Hey, what's up? It's Enigma Hood. A young girl named Andrea Rebello. And by the way, she looks Indian, but she's not. Her last name indicates that she at least has Portuguese blood in her. I always say, Portuguese, Spanish people, Italians, sometimes they look Indian, I'm just going back to my talking point about how, what is race? What is a white person, It's like, okay, white person is somebody who has white skin. Well, what happens when you have a person that's descended from a European ancestry? Well, what happens when this European ancestry person looks like a fucking Indian? White people doesn't have any kind of strict definition. It means whatever the hell these conservative Republican morons want it to mean. It creates an us versus them mentality. I hate to go on a tangent, but I have to. Because, like, that guy from One Direction, he looks white, but he's Pakistani. Did you guys know that? He's a Pakistani guy. But that's perfectly fine with all these little teeny boppers. And this girl, she looks Indian, but she's supposedly white. She's from Europe. Whatever, or descended from European ancestry. Whatever, dudes. The important thing, what I want to talk about, is that she was killed. She was killed in a shootout with the police. Apparently a home intruder barged into her home or dorm or whatever it was, maybe an apartment. This guy was a parolee. And I don't know what he was doing there. Maybe he wanted to rape them. Maybe he wanted to rob them, which would be idiotic. I mean, robbing just a girl's dorm or something like that? Seriously? Probably was interested in sexual gratification. Whatever it is. One of the girls in the room escaped, called the cops. There was a standoff of some kind. We don't have too many details about what transpired there. But suffice to say, she was killed by the police. The guy held her at gunpoint and then said, something along the lines, I'm sure, of, drop your weapons, get out of my way or I'm going to kill her. We always see this kind of situation in movies and in cartoons even, I remember in all these stupid cartoons, they'll hold an important main character at gunpoint and then the bad guy will say, drop your weapons or I'll kill her. And of course the good guys, since they're good, they have to drop their weapons. In real life that doesn't happen, okay? You don't drop your weapons and then give the bad guy an advantage because what is he going to do? He's going to kill her and then he's going to kill you. You don't do that. That's a word for advice for any of you dumbasses out there. If you have a gun and then you're faced with a bad guy holding your wife or your girlfriend at gunpoint and you're holding it like that and the bad guy's like, drop your weapon, don't drop your weapon. This happened in fucking, what is that stupid thing? The Walking Dead Season 3. The scene with Glenn and Merle, I believe. And then Maggie, he held Maggie at gunpoint. He's like, drop your weapon or I'll kill her. And then stupid Glenn drops his weapon and then he takes both of them and tortures them. What the fuck? And then this is supposed to be like a more serious adult-oriented show too. It's not like a stupid cartoon. In real life, don't do that. So I don't blame the police for not dropping their weapons or whatever. I blame the police for shooting 8 fucking times. Yeah, they shot 8 fucking times. Am I supposed to believe that that was warranted? I can understand shooting the dude once, and they did kill the guy. One of those bullets hit the girl. In the head. In the head. Talk about a bad fucking shot. That was enough to kill her. So 7 went in the bad guy, and I don't have a problem with them killing the bad guy. They had to do what they had to do in order to stop him. I mean, he was holding her at gunpoint. This is not like the fucking movies or like The Walking Dead, that stupid show. And by the way, Season 3 ruined the entire show, but that's another story. It's not... In real life, you have to take out the bad guy. I understand that. I don't understand shooting 8 times. What the fuck were you thinking? What did you think was going to happen when you have a hostage? When you have a hostage right in front of you? Come on. These fucking idiots, these pigs... They really piss me off. I don't really have respect for these morons that are negligent and derelict in duty. You know what? You don't shoot 8 times. You don't. Okay? A couple of times is enough. You guys are using hollow point bullets, I'm assuming. And if you're not, then you should be using hollow points because those are the most effective bullets to be using against unarmored targets, which would compromise most of the enemies that you would be facing in a civilian situation. Okay, military situation's different. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about this. It's a tragedy. It's a shame. She died completely needlessly, and it was because of the police. Who knows what this guy might have done? Maybe I should give the police credit for at least showing up, instead of going to Dunkin' Donuts. They showed up at least. And, maybe this guy would have raped the girl or whatever. But instead of being raped, she's dead now. What can I say? What do you guys think? I mean, was there any other way to avoid the situation? Do you think 8 times was really necessary? I find that hard to believe, especially if you're using hollow points. I mean, I don't care how big the guy is. I mean, how far away was this anyway? I mean, you can't. How did you miss? At what distance? We don't get that many details, so maybe there are other details involved. Maybe he was really far away. I don't really understand how that would work. Yeah, whatever. Post what you think in the comment section. This is Enigma Hood signing off.